Hello everyone, welcome back to Maggie Goblin. I'm Trix of course, and hello if you've just joined me today. Today we're going to look at some Spelljammer content for bringing Ravenloft to Spelljammer. This is a post on Reddit. I have the author's permission to comment on this. The author is called Arbinar, and it's bringing a Blackmoor type environment to Spelljammer. Now, when I looked at this originally, I thought, wow, this is bringing Ravenloft to Spelljammer. It does a fairly decent job of that. However, I've been processing this a little more. I've been reading a lot more of Starfinder recently, and when I've come back and read this after reading a lot of Starfinder content, this seems to be more inspired by the Starfinder conversion for Spelljammer, or Starjammer as it's sometimes known. When you try and mix fantasy and technology, and believe me, I'm trying to do that with my own setting, it will either have one overtake the other, or you will end up with this weird hybrid system, a bit like they have in Shadowrun. Now, Shadowrun is a different kettle of fish that I want to get to another time, so we'll just leave it like that for the moment. What I like about this post is its detail. It's very detailed, it's very intricate, and it gives you everything that you need for a campaign. But looking at it, you're going to need to add a lot of your own data as well. It is the bare bones of everything you need to bring Ravenloft to Spelljammer. But it's too high tech, and that's the main problem with it. Now, if you were going to remove a lot of the techie stuff, such as the communication devices, such as the holographic interfaces, such as the robots and androids that are in this, you could convert those simply to being illusion magic, golem type creatures, and magic devices that enable you, such as magic orbs or something like that, enable you to communicate over long distances, or magic mirrors type thing. It is trying to mix the two together, technology and magic. For example, it has the Curator's Chamber, which is basically a big library, but limits you on what magic you can use in there. The whole thing feels a lot like the spirit of Ravenloft, the spirit of the type of environments you find in Ravenloft, and trying to bring it to a pocket dimension in Spelljammer, and it does that fairly decently. However, my only gripe with it is it's too high tech. You're going to need to convert a lot of it. For example, there's like mentions of aeroponic space, there's mentions of reactors, there's mentions of radiation. All these things are really not a thing in the original Spelljammer, or if they were portrayed more in a magical way and less in a technological way. This is coming down too heavy on the mechanical, too heavy on the technology. I will add that he's bringing a race called the Gren into the game. The Gren are a sort of... they're basically tall humans, and they're emerald green coloured. To me, they feel a little bit like 2000 AD Tharg inspired, or maybe the Skrulls from Marvel, a little bit, but without the shifting. Now, it's a good race, it's a decent race, and it gives you 2nd edition and 5th edition versions of them. Always nice to have new rules for 2nd, always nice to have new rules for 5th. I'm not going to give this a score. I'm not going to say this is bad conversion, because it's certainly not. It's certainly something you can use and something you can easily convert. The problematic parts that I consider obviously the technology parts that I have a problem with. Nothing about the writing or anything, just the technological level. There is a little chapter where he mentions that it is science fantasy rather than, well, fantasy in space, right? Space fantasy. So it is leaning heavily on the science side. He does mention that, and for example, that's good. You know, it admits that it's very heavy on the science side, which is fine. As I said, probably better off using the Starjammer conversion for Starfinder for this rather than the Spelljammer one. Okay. So I've left the link in the description. Please have a look at it. It's really cool. It's probably not going to be for everyone, but always happy to have more Spelljammer content. If you know of any Spelljammer content, I've tried to include STLs and stuff like that for ships that are available for free on my Monday videos. If you know of anything like that, please give me a DM on here or on Twitter. My Twitter link is in my info page, but I'll link it in the description. Thank you everyone for watching. Please take care of yourselves, and bye bye.